Okay, it's time for some resistance band Pilates moves. I'm going to work the legs and the booty and a little bit of the abs as well. So what you're going to need today is a resistance band. It can be this one, it can be a band without the handles, or if you have ankle weights you can use those as well. So it's really up to you what you want to use. We're going to put this to the side for a minute and we're going to start out with bridges. If you haven't warmed up already, go ahead and warm up. Do some sun salutations, jumping jacks, running in place. You know, do something for a good 2 minutes, jumping rope, whatever it is. Once you're warmed up, you're going to come down. So now what I want you to do is I want you to squeeze your knees together like you're holding something between it. If you want to even put the band wrapped up between your knees and squeeze it so it can't drop out. Okay, your knees are staying squeezed together the entire time and you're coming up into a bridge. Really squeezing. You're going to feel the inside of your thighs right under your butt wrapping in when you get up to the top. That's why you're squeezing your knees together to get that inner thigh working. We're going to do 20. And now if this is really easy for you, you can always add more reps to it. So you can do 30, 40, whatever you want to do. And then if you have a weight, you can put some weights on your hips. So if you have dumbbells, 5, 10-pound dumbbells, you can just hold them right here on your hip or lay a towel so that way it doesn't hurt your hip bone over your hips and just let them sit there and it's going to put more weight on it for you. I'm still squeezing it between my legs. Some of it fell out. Got 2 more. Last one. Good, and rest. We don't need the band yet, so we can put that over to the side. Okay, and now we have one-legged bridges. So the heel's really kind of close to the butt. You're coming up, keeping that leg straight above you. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. My butt's never touching the ground. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Holding it up there, switching. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, you can hold the weight on your hips. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. 8 more. So if you don't have flexibility in your hamstrings, that's okay. You can always just keep your knee bent towards your chest. So the point is to have your leg off the ground. You can even bring it out here if you want to. All right, and rest. Great job. Okay, so our first move with the band is going to have you wrap the band around one of your feet, whichever one you want to start with. You're going to hold the handles. If you don't have handles, you're just going to hold the band. If the band's too light, you're going to hold the band so that you have more resistance. And you're going to have both your knees inside the band, so the other band is on the outside of the other knee. Okay? You can bring this foot under the band as well, so it's more comfortable, so it's right behind there. And you're going to lift your leg up. So now the key here is that you want your entire leg to be in line with your torso. So you don't want your knee down here. That's not going to be helpful. So your knee needs to stay up. All right? Heels pointed towards the ceiling, and we're pulsing up. We're just pulsing that heel up to the ground, up to the ceiling. If this is too much on your wrist, you can always come to your fists. Take a break, whatever you need to do. We are doing 20 here. We got 5 more. And you're going to stay here and you're going to kick it out and curl it back in. And again, if you have ankle weights, you can just use your ankle weights, that's fine. 3, 2, and 1. And now rest for a second. Give your hands a rest from being on the floor. Whew. And you're going to come back one more time, same position, legs straight behind you. Bring it in, crunch, kick it back. Really kicking through the heel. 5 more. Last one. Good. All right, we're gonna take the band off. Whichever leg you just did with the band on it is gonna be the top leg. Okay, push the band to the side for right now. You're gonna lay down. So I had the band on my right leg, so my right leg's on top. Get comfy. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna lift the leg up, point the toe, and go in front of your foot. Lift the leg up, point the toe, go behind the foot. Forward, behind. Forward. This is great with an ankle weight. Behind. Forward. Behind. We're going for 20 total. So this is 1. Forward and back is 1. 2. We got 5 more. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Good. Rest for a second. The next thing we have are leg circles. So I'm gonna move up a little bit so you can see me. Same thing. Top legs lifting. We're just making circles. About the size of a dinner plate. You can point your toe. Going forward. 420. Try not to move your body around a lot, so you're trying to keep your upper body or torso straight. Just moving that leg, really feeling it in the side of your booty. And then you're going to go backwards for 20. And rest. Let your knee bend in. You can hit your butt a little bit if it's really cramping up on you. You know, it sounds weird, but it works and it really helps massage out that muscle. Good. Now we're going to bend both legs in. We're going to do something called a clamshell, which is just you opening and closing. Okay? To make this harder, you can wrap the band around the upper part of your leg above the knee so that we have resistance when you're opening and closing. My feet are staying together at all times, and I'm just opening that leg up. It doesn't seem like much, but it's really working the side of your right booty, right here. Five more. We're doing everything for 20. You can always increase it, and you can always decrease it, and you can always take a rest and go more afterwards. Last one. Good, and rest. Okay, so now we're going to the other leg, which we'll do this on the other leg in a minute. So now you're going to bring your foot up, the right foot all the way up. Try to get it planted on the floor here. This foot's down here. You're lifting this leg up and pulsing it up. Toes are pointed forward. Trying to get that off the ground nice and high. Really working that inner thigh. Ankle weights are great here, like I said before. 3, 2, and 1. And now we're doing the circles. Point the toe and circling. Now this is really working the inner thigh of that bottom leg. Top leg's really not doing anything, although it might be sore. Three, 2, 1, and the other direction. So one direction may feel weird to you. This direction for me personally is odd. I always have to find my balance. My leg's slipping, which is okay. Your leg can be all the way down here. The point is that you're lifting that lower leg off the ground a lot, like a lot. You'll see it. My thigh is really not on the ground at all. 3, 2, and 1. Rest. Okay, give yourself a second to rest. We're gonna go do everything on the other leg. So now, whichever leg you didn't wrap the band around, you're wrapping the band around. For me, that's the left leg. Coming around the foot again, right? Trying to get it right in the middle so that way it doesn't like come off and smack you in the butt when we're doing these. Okay? Get ready to come on to tabletop position. Bring this leg through, so that way the band's behind the back of the knee of the leg that's not wrapped. And just make it more comfortable so the leg doesn't go between your legs. So the band doesn't go between your legs, which is not a lot of fun. All right, so get to wherever you have to for your wrist to be comfortable. This can be a lot on your wrist, so if you need to take breaks, just take breaks. That's fine. Come up to your knuckles if you need to, if it hurts your wrist a lot. And then we're gonna come right here and do those heels to the heaven. See, it just fell off my heel and went around my ankle, but that's still okay, because it's still gonna do the resistance that I need. So I'm gonna leave it there. And just a slight pulse, really focusing your attention to the butt muscle and the back of the leg, using that to pulse you up. It's not momentum, it's really the butt that's doing all the work. 3, 2, and 1. Good. I'm gonna fix this real fast for the other workouts. Good. Try to get it centered. There we go. Okay, we're here, and we're just straightening out. All right, and then we're here. Come down and rest for a second. Get off your wrist if you need to. And we got 20 leg ins, okay, with the kick back. When you're in position, kicking back, bringing the leg back in. Back. If your band's like too tight and you can't do it, you can always tie the one end around your leg and just hold the other end up forward with the one hand, because having it on both hands is going to make it a lot more resistance. I'll show you what that looks like when we're done with this. Good, rest. Okay, so what that would look like is you can take it like right here maybe, and just actually like tie a knot around it. Or put your foot through this part where the handle is, right? And then you can just hold it. I'll go this way so you can see it. You can just hold it with one hand here and kick back. And it's not even on this hand. And that's gonna give it a lot less resistance, but still some resistance. So if your band is too strong for your body to be able to do it, you can just do these instead. As you can see, they're much easier for me to do. But you know, you gotta start somewhere, so wherever that is, that's fine. Just take this off. All right, so now we're laying down with the left leg up. Okay, get comfortable. I'm going with those leg raises for 20. So up, that's 1, 2. So the key here also is that you don't want your hips to be falling backwards. It's not gonna help you, so your hips are staying in a straight line. Your hand's here to brace you. Because I'd rather you have you rolling forward just slightly than rolling backwards. Up, sorry. I'm on my zipper. Sometimes you gotta fix yourself. It's important to be comfortable. You'll feel it's also working your obliques. Ooh, a little bit, see. Lose my balance. 3 more. Good. And for the circles, so lifting the leg up, pointing the toe, making those circles right around for 20. They're medium-sized circles, so they're not super small and they're not super big either. So just medium-sized circles, size of a dinner plate. 3, 2, 1, other direction. This one's the one that feels the weird way for me. Three, 2, and 1. Good. Rest. Hit yourself if you need to. Bringing both legs in. We're doing the clamshells. Feet stay together, opening up, bringing it back down. Again, you can put the band around your thighs and tie it in a knot so that it has more resistance here. It's a choice, you don't have to do it. The key is to turn the knee down and bring it back up. Down. Three, 2, and 1. Good, rest. Kick it out a little bit. And we have that bottom leg now. So this is the leg we didn't do yet for the circles and the legs lifts. So we're pointing the toe straight ahead of you and lifting that leg straight up into the air as high as you can get it. Really working that inner thigh right here. You can even lay all the way down if you want to. This is all about the legs. Your body's not doing much right now. Although you are stabilizing yourself with your core to stay in a straight line. Sucking your belly button in will help. We're doing these for 20. We got 3, 2, 1. Rest if you need to. Point the toe towards the wall down there, and we're going with circles for 20. Good, and then reverse it other way. Same thing, medium-sized circles. The higher you lift your leg on the way up, the more it'll work that inner thigh and you'll feel it. So you want to get results, lift that leg higher. My leg's cramping up right now, but it's worth it. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rest. Okay, great job. Now we're going to grab the band again. Whew. You need to stretch it out for a second. Feels good. You can. Hip flexors are really tight sometimes. We're going to grab that band. Okay. Now what I want you to do is you can wrap it around. So keep your feet really close together. Wrap it around and then just tie a knot. So whatever band you're using is up to you. You know, if you have one without handles, just tie a knot around it. If you have one with handles, just tie a knot. And you're going to lay down and put your hands underneath your butt with a little triangle right there, okay? Or you can have your hands out here, it's really up to you. And your legs are straight, your toes are pointed towards you, and you're just going to try to pull your legs apart. It's not easy, you're not going to get far, but you're just working those outer thighs. We're going for 20. I mean, I'm barely moving. You can see my feet are barely moving apart, but there's a lot of resistance there, and that's important. So I'm doing it as far as I can possibly push it apart, because of how tight I tied it, and I double wrapped it around my legs to make it even harder. 3, 2, and 1. And bring it down. Good job. So now you're just going to untie this band. Get a little rest. Good. And now we're going to do a wrap around the feet. So you go over the top, around the bottom, and switch handles and grab it, okay? It's around both feet. You're going to lay down. Feet are together up into the sky. Okay, the key here is that your lower back doesn't come off the ground. So if you left your legs to go down like this and your lower back right here arched off the ground, no good. So you want to make it so that way wherever your legs are is where your lower back will stay on the ground. You're holding the handles. If you don't have handles, you just hold on to this. If you don't even have a band and you're just doing ankle weights, then you're not going to have a band at all, and you're just going to have to keep your hands next to your side. We're doing the Pilates 100 for the abs. So you're going to lower your legs down slightly, lift up, and you're pushing down on this resistance band. Now this is going to work your back muscles, and you're exhaling every time you push down. You can lower the legs down more if you want to. If you get tired, you bring them up. This is called the Pilates 100. We're going for 100 breaths, 100 pulses. And rest. Good job. Whew. All right, you can unwrap your feet. Toss that to the side. We're gonna go into a little bit of stretching with some ab work for yoga, and then we're gonna go into full-on stretching. So we're almost done, guys. Unless I have you repeat this, which is always fun. Okay, so you're gonna come into your plank. You can come into a downward dog. I'll move forward so you can see me a little more. Stretch out those legs because you used them a lot. Okay, you're gonna round into a plank. So I'm gonna show you the move, okay? So you're gonna go back into a downward dog. You're gonna lift the right leg up nice and high. And you're gonna come in, bringing that knee in, come back out, letting it come up. So this is stretching the back of the left leg while we're getting to do abs. So we're gonna do 8 here. It's 3. Exhaling when the knee comes into the chest. Working the shoulders, the core, the back of the leg. 2 more. 1 more. Up, and now we're gonna bring it to the opposite elbow. So right knee to left elbow. 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. All the way up. Now we're bringing it to the right elbow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. My abdominals are sucked in this entire time. 7 and 8. Good. All the way up. And now I want you to step it forward and bring that leg down and let that hip stretch out. Just relax here and catch your breath. It's nice not to be on your hands doing plank anymore. Okay, you're gonna curl that toe under, come up into a lunge, step back into plank, come back into downward dog, lift the left leg this time. And we're doing the same thing for 8, straight forward with the knee, all the way back. Okay, that's 8. Now we're going to the right elbow, crossing over. Really keeping that leg up high towards the body. Really working those abs to get it over. 3 more. My foot is slipping out. There it goes. With my shoe. 1 more. All the way up, and now we're going to the left elbow. 3 more. Last one. Leg up and step through. Bring that leg down, stretch out the hips, flexor. Catch your breath. Oh, it feels so good. Good. You're gonna come back, toe stays down, you're coming back till your hip is over that knee, okay? And then you're just going to straighten out this leg. So I don't want you to come all the way down like this, stay up high, point the toe towards your face. lean over, and you're gonna feel that in the back of your hamstring. Nice stretch. If you need to put some books here to hold yourself up because you can't hit the floor, that's fine. Whatever you need to do. Good. You're gonna bring this back, bring the other foot forward, stretch it out. The more you point the toe towards your head, the more you'll feel it in the back of your knee. Keep your leg straight, even if you can't go over it at all. The point is to have the leg completely straight to stretch out that hamstring. Good. Come back. I'm gonna lay down, thread the needle, one leg over, reaching through, grabbing the leg that was on the floor, just pulling it in, getting a nice stretch. You can hold this as long as you need to. I recommend 30 seconds, even if I don't do it on here. You're gonna switch and do the other leg for 30 seconds. Good. Come around and sit up. Heels, soles of the feet together. Lean over. Stretch out the groin. You can let your head hang if you want to. Hold that for 30 seconds, and then I'm going to have you come up into a very low squat. So both your heels are on the ground, your butt's down towards the ground, and you're just pushing your elbows into your knees. And you should feel this a lot on the outside of your hip flexors. So like the outside of your butt, where your legs meet your butt, where your pelvis is, where your legs meet your torso. Right here, basically, is where you should be feeling this stretch nicely. I can speak, I swear. Good. And put one hand up, reach the other one over. Switch, one hand down, the other one over, get a nice side stretch. Good, and when you're ready, you'll curl yourself up to here. And now all I really want you to do is just hang forward comfortably. You can have your knees bent. The point is I want your torso to be against your thighs, okay? I don't want there to be a gap here, so your knees can be nice and bent like mine. And you're just hanging here. You should really feel this right here in the back of your hamstrings. And if you're flexible enough, you can straighten out your legs. But as you can see, like I can't straighten my legs out with my torso still touching my thigh. And that's the key, because I can straighten my legs out, but then there's this gap. And it's not really stretching the hamstrings as much. So I want you to have your torso touching your thighs. And I would hold this for 30 seconds or so. And then when you're ready, you're just going to roll up one vertebrae at a time, all the way to standing. And then you are completely done. Feel free to stretch more if you need to, anywhere in particular, and hold the stretches for longer. Okay, that was a resistance band workout, Pilates style, with your legs, a lot of your booty, and your abs. Have a great day.